I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be in the previous Trump administration. To be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing.
All right, folks. Grab your popcorn because The View is officially in panic mode, and for a good reason. Caroline Leavitt, the young, sharp, and unapologetic conservative powerhouse, just dropped a legal bombshell so massive that ABC executives are now scrambling for damage control. And get this, she didn't even step foot on The View to do it. After yet another disgusting and out-of-touch attack from Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin, Caroline didn't just clap back. She went nuclear. Now the backlash is so explosive, rumors are swirling that ABC is pleading behind the scenes, desperate to get her to back down before it's too late. But trust me, this situation is beyond saving. What exactly did Caroline say that sent Whoopi into full meltdown mode, had Joy Behar shaking, and left Sunny Hostin speechless for once in her life? Oh, you do not want to miss this. But before we dive into this chaotic, drama-packed takedown, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more uncensored, no BS updates. Did you just subscribe? Awesome. Let's get into it. The View hosts have got themselves into hot water again after they did the very thing they purport to be against, undermining women's success. Joy Behar stunned viewers when she said Donald Trump's press secretary, 27-year-old Caroline Leavitt, only secured her position because of her good looks. Joy stated this when in general they want people to admire and empower women.
The View hosts have got themselves into hot water again after they did the very thing they purport to be against, undermining women's success. Joy Behar stunned viewers when she said Donald Trump's press secretary, 27-year-old Caroline Leavitt, only secured her position because of her good looks.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
The comment was bizarre, especially coming from Joy Behar, who is as woke as they come and positions herself as a champion of feminism. This online commentator said, disgusting Joy Behar of The View accuses Caroline Leavitt of being hired only because Donald Trump thought she was a 10.
The comment was bizarre, especially coming from Joy Behar, who is as woke as they come and positions herself as a champion of feminism. This online commentator said, disgusting Joy Behar of The View accuses Caroline Leavitt of being hired only because Donald Trump thought she was a 10. This was shocking in so many levels. Let's set the stage. The View thought they could come for Caroline Leavitt and walk away unscathed. Big mistake. On a recent episode, the ladies of The View went full-on unhinged, attacking Caroline for daring to be a young, successful conservative woman. What was once seen on the side is now in full swing. Joy Behar, with her usual smug, condescending attitude, suggested that Caroline's career had nothing to do with her intelligence, experience, or political savvy. Nope, according to Joy, she was only hired because she's a 10 inches in Trump's eyes. Whoopi Goldberg, never one to let logic get in the way of a good rant, suggested that Caroline wouldn't even have a job without wokeness. They really did come in. Whoopi added to the issue what would have happened had Black and Asian women was unable to do the things they could in present times. What would the world really come and make of everything if that was not a thought? This really did bring a what if into play in the conversation in the world.
Yeah, I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you, because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear...
But Caroline wasn't having it. Instead of ignoring the noise, she went in for the kill. Caroline didn't just clap back, she annihilated them. She states how his opponents are the ones spewing things of danger and it never comes from Donald's place, but there seems to be others. She was tired of all the finger-pointing and the pushing hoaxes that happens to be present in this situation. In a now viral Scorched Earth video, Caroline exposed The View for what they really are. A panel of bitter, out-of-touch elitists who claim to support women, but only if those women agree with them. And she did not hold back. Caroline states her own view and side of where and what things are needed to be held. Caroline brought power by example of knowing that joy is a feminism that really doesn't hold to what it means to be a feminist in these modern times, and what's to be a feminist in a world that is run and has the power to change this world. So she is an opposite, and isn't doing what she thinks, which is bringing women to power, when she is tearing people down. She brings great points of people thinking that there is a certain type of way to gain something, and not all should be heard. And then Caroline dropped the hammer. The View doesn't want strong women. They want obedient women. I refuse to play their game. Boom. The world was shaken. You can really see the shift when the cards are now in different people's hands instead of one side always having the voice.
You talk about it, and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason, because black people couldn't get into colleges, because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women. Yeah. See, this is not black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a person's world.
This commentator said, Whoopi is mansplaining the press secretary job to Caroline Leavitt. Hilarious.
Within minutes, her video went viral. #cancel the View and #Caroline Leavitt downs the View were trending worldwide. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube blowing up. And that's when things got really bad for The View. So much that there really was and could never have been time to prepare, because all the facts have a way of getting out of hand. The View never saw this coming. They thought they could mock Caroline, brush her off, and move on. Instead, they just handed her the biggest PR victory of her career. ABC executives are now in full damage control mode. It has really hit a fan, and there is many fingers pointing, and the chaos and madness has already erupted. According to leaked reports, producers are furious that this spiraled into a full-blown crisis, and now the rumors are flying. It's like something just exploded and there is no cleaning up all the damage. All you can do is prepare for what comes next, but hope it can be clean. Some execs are questioning whether Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg are more of a liability than an asset. Sponsors are reportedly backing away, afraid of being tied to The View's toxic image. As stated, are the people truly worth saving, or is it time for a new leaf?
Oh, please, his opponents are saying to this very day the same rhetoric that led to those two attempts. The second attempted on President Trump's life echoed the sentiment that President Trump is a democracy. And if you're a deranged lunatic and you're mentally ill, you will believe that lie, and yes, you will take political like we have seen in 2 instances.
ABC is scrambling behind the scenes, allegedly begging Caroline to drop the lawsuit before it gets even worse. Even some of The View's own audience turned against them. All has seemed to hit the fan for the show in itself. One viral comment says it all. The View preaches empowerment but mocks any woman who doesn't fit their agenda. Caroline Leavitt just exposed them for the frauds they are. What people said and thought has now been out for the world, and these so-called truths have been now shown to the world. All that was once hidden has finally come to the surface, and just when you thought it couldn't get worse, it does. At this point, the writing is on the wall. The View has been playing with fire for years, but this time they might have finally burned themselves beyond repair. The View might now be in its final times.
Against President Trump. Last week, Tim Walz and Kamala Harris said that everyone who showed up to President Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden was a That's despicable, dangerous, divisive rhetoric that is spewed by the Democrat Party every single day. And I'm so sick and tired of the media pointing the finger at Donald Trump and saying that he is sowing division in this country. He is not. The media is for pushing hoaxes like the one that you all pushed today, and the Democrat Party is for pushing lies about him. But the good news is Americans don't buy it. And that's why today President Trump is more popular than he has been since 2016, because people don't trust the media.
The backlash is out of control. The hypocrisy is undeniable, and ABC is now facing a very real decision. Clean house or cancel the show entirely. Because let's be real, The View survives on controversy, but when the backlash becomes bigger than the ratings boost, it's game over. And right now, they're dangling by a thread. Could this finally be the moment that takes down The View for good? All right, folks, now it's your turn. Did The View finally go too far? Was Caroline Leavitt's lawsuit the wake-up call the media needed? And do you think ABC will actually pull the plug on The View after this disaster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss any breaking updates.